Yum. Welcome back everybody to another camping with Tony and Bruno, the border collie in the back here. Bruno, you gonna come and say hello? Nope. We've got a last minute camp in the middle of nowhere by a river. It's a car camp. The weather is atrocious. It's absolutely chucking down. It's very grim outside. This is summer in New Zealand. It can be anything. It can be grim or it can be beautiful. But as you know, I go camping in the grim. Got some fantastic food to cook, some things to talk about. Got a big tent, and we're gonna put this tent to the test because we've got a lot of rain incoming. So stick around, should be fun. It's not cold. Well, what is it? 15 degrees centigrade. I don't know what that is. Is it 60s? I think that's 60s in Fahrenheit. All right, everyone, bring you back from camp. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed we're not setting up in an absolute deluge, but I think that's what's coming. So bring you back then. We're almost there, just a few minutes away. Just got to navigate this path, this crappy little track. All right, we'll get there. And then I think I'm going to have to put my rain gear on because I can see rain coming in. I mean, it's raining now, but not heavy. And then we'll get the tent done. And then I've got to work out where to put the truck in relation to the tent. But I want to put the tent up first. So I'll bring you back from the site. Well, I'm having a lot of bad luck lately because there was somebody parked there already. I didn't stop to say hello, I just turned around. They must have seen me doing a very quick U-turn, but that's not my thing. And also, yeah, they're there with this big caravan. So I've got 3 other sites that I can try. So I'm going to try each one in order. If there's someone there, then move on to the next one. All right, everyone. I'm just having, it's this time of year. It's summer in New Zealand. And it's just busy. There's people everywhere and they're all camping. So I can't blame them. It's beautiful spots. So I'll bring you back when I have found the next spot. Okay, welcome back everybody. Let me zoom you in a bit. Hey Bruno. Hello puppy. Right, we found the spot. I am tucked in. I'm gonna actually, where I've put the truck now is where I'm gonna leave the truck. I'm gonna set the tent up over here. I've got a great view back of the river. This is going to be a good spot. It could get windy. I don't know. The rain is really starting to come in now. So I've got to get all my wet gear on and I'll bring you back outside in the heaving rain. This could be pretty bad. Oh, and it's chilly. And I'm not allowed to have a fire because this is a total fire ban here. But I've got warm stuff, so we'll be okay. All right, I'll bring you back outside. Okay, welcome back everybody to another camping with Tony and Bruno, who we've got to let out. Come on, Bruno. You're probably desperate to go for a pee. So we are in the middle of nowhere. We're by a river that's just, well, you can see where the river is, 50 meters away from us. I'm gonna put the tent right here, pretty much almost where the camera is. And then we've got to work out where to move the truck just to bring the awning so it gives me some cover. I'm not going to get a lot of wind protection, but it doesn't seem to be that windy, so it's okay. Right, first thing we're going to do is get Bruno a treat, so let's get on with that. So a pig's ear for Bruno. You're being such a good boy. You gonna sit? Now, can we show everyone at home how you do beautiful sit pretty? Because he's been working on it. He's been working on it with his mummy. Sit pretty. Come here. Come on. Come on. Good boy. Sit. Sit. Sit pretty. Good boy. Excellent. He's getting better. Remember, he's still only a pup, really. So he hasn't got his core strength yet. Okay. It's grim, and it's only going to get worse. I think we've got a deluge coming in. So we need to get this tent set up ASAP. Setting up these tents in the rain is never a good thing, because the tent that I've got comes with a separate outer that you have to throw on afterwards. So we want to get it done as quickly as possible. So it's a pop-up tent. I need to get that inner set up, and then I need to throw the cover on as quickly as possible. I've tried to do it without, by attaching the outer first. You just can't get in there and do it. So I'm not going to talk while I do the first bit, because I just got to get on with it. I don't want it to get soaking wet inside. So let's do this. Okay, so this is the Coleman, I can never remember what it's called, lighted North Star dark tent. I don't know, something like that. It's meant to be a fast pop-up tent. Now, I've only set this thing up once, and I can't remember how you do it. So I'm going to wing it. Okay, so the front is here, and I want to have it looking out over the river there. Okay, just like that. Right, let's get the outer on it. Ideally, you'd have two people to help you. Okay, I think I've got it right first time. I think this is the front door, yep. Okay. All right, that's pretty much the gist of it. So now all I've got to do is connect the outer with these clips somewhere to the inner. Got to figure that out. There we go. Okay, now we're talking. Alright, that's better. And there's this red clip at the back. That's your starting point. And there's another one at the back here. Oh, that was pretty painless. Okay, now we've got to put poles in the front to mount that up. Excuse the arse shot. And in case you're looking at Bruno and thinking, what the hell is he doing just lying here? This is what he does. He does not care. Okay, so I think this is how it goes. One. Okay, great success. And then you guy that forward once you've guyed all the rest out. Okay, so let's guy this thing. Get all the clips done. I mean, the most important thing is the tent is now okay. It's under cover, rain cover. So it's not getting wet inside. Right, so I've got guy lines everywhere, but I just need to guy the bottoms out first. The pegs that it comes with are absolutely crap, so we're going to use my own pegs. I got my proper hammer back this time. Not that Amazon rubbish that I got before. Okay, I've got my monster pegs. So let's go around and peg out the corners. I need to put the awning up. Okay, so I just need to guy these down. But even if I didn't put the awning up, it's so undercover in there, it's amazing. This tent vestibule is the best one I've ever used. Better than the Wawona, everything. It's so grim, it really is. So the reason I'm doing it like this is just so the water can fall off the end. I don't think it's going to, I think it's going to pool. But I can always adjust it later. It might be alright, let's give that a go. I just got to get my angles right. Okay, perfect. Look at that. Completely dry. I could sit here. I'm protected from the wind. That's awesome. I've got minimal guy outs just because I don't think the tent needs it. It's just not that windy. So I've just got to work out whether I want to put the truck awning up. So let me bring you back in a second. Okay, I'm going to park the truck because I need access to all the stuff on this side mainly. So the only problem is that the awning is going to tip all of its water onto the, no matter which way I do it, it's going to tip water onto the tent. So it is what it is. I might even just leave it like this and set it up like this. Actually, that might work. Let's try that. Let's see what the awning looks like set up here. Now I've got Bruno tied up here just because while I'm doing all this, I need to keep an eye on him. There's a river, he could run anywhere. Yeah, I think that'll work. That'll work. Okay, so we'll hook this one up first. Great success! We have cover. So we've just got to plug the lighting in. Hello, Bruno. I'm going to let you off in a minute. Okay. We have awning lights. And we're set up well. So the other thing that this tarp has are feet, legs. I just don't know if I need to put the legs down or not. It's really not that windy. And this is a very strong tarp. The legs aren't really going to help much. Maybe just in one corner at the back. So if I do that, then I've got to guy those down as well. I just don't want the awning trapping water. That's the main thing. If we pull it down, then the water will come off of it. As it stands, it's probably going to pool. We'll see. We'll work it out later if there's a deluge. But in the meantime, we are all set up. There is a wind. And it's blowing straight into the tent. But I want the view. It doesn't matter. I don't care. It's such a beautiful spot. I don't care. Right, we've got to get a few things set up. First, we've got to get the thermocells cranking because the sandflies are vicious. So anyone who camps with me a lot knows I love the thermocells. These things are worth their weight in gold, honestly. The thing is, it's quite breezy, quite windy, so these might not even have any effect. It's just a chemical pad with a butane gas bottle in each one that lights a little flame. It heats the pad starts smoking, and each pad lasts about 4 hours. And there's a little hole here so I can see if they're lit. Oops, turn it on would be good. Okay. Right, what I'm going to do is I think I need to get all my gear out, put it in the tent now, get that over and done with so I don't have to deal with it later, because it might be chucking down later and I don't want anything to get wet. So let's get all the gear out, get it in there. Now this tent is pitch black inside. It's designed to do that. And it's huge. It's a 4-person tent, but I'd say comfortable for 2 people. I mean, you saw how quickly I got that set up. Didn't take long at all. Okay, let's get the gear in. Okay, I've got my pillow, got Bruno's bed. Got my bed and pad. It's so dark in there. Got my sleeping bag and a blanket. And then I've got Bruno's pad and my click chair that I can use here because I've got another chair with me. Bruno, you're going to get twisted round. Come on this way. I'll let him off the lead in a minute. Okay, got my table, my Zenpire table. I'm not sure where I'm going to set this up. I mean, I think ideally I'd want to sit here, because then there's no wind at all, because it can't go through the tent. So you see, I could sit in here like this. Right, I've got a massive chair. This Colossus is the Zenpire Stargazer. They sent this to me ages ago. I've used it once, I think. Twice. It's just so big. Be handy if the legs folded a bit more. Okay. And I can see out. I've got to give you a clip of the view. I'm going to take you for a walk around. I need to get some warm clothes on because I'm starting to get chilly. This is pooling slightly. Now, one thing that Coleman could have done is put a tie-up point here to lower it, just so it lowers it in the middle. But I think I've got an idea. Hold on. These might work. These are magnet hooks. Look at that. Magnet hooks. So, theory is I might be able to tie it down, or put a couple of these on and maybe that will weigh it down. Could just hang a weight from them. That might work, just like that. I could hook a little weight on, lantern, something like that. Let's try a lantern. That's working. Okay. Let's see if that works. There you go. Perfect. Water's streaming off it. Look at that. Sometimes my genius just... Okay, let's bring you in out of the rain. So we'll definitely put a thermocell in here. Now, these zips are getting wet and dripping on the inside. There's always something, I always find something. Nothing's ever perfect. Okay, I've got another chair, but I'm not going to open that. I'm going to use this one to sit inside later. So the water I've just got to keep an eye on the awning to see that it is draining off and not pooling. I can't see any pooling yet, but you never know. And you see it's dripping off right now onto here. I've got to say, I love this setup of this tent with the door like this. Wow. Check this out. Oh man, it's coming down. Look at this. That's pretty grim. Okay, I've got a couple of odds and ends to do. I've got to get my Starlink set up, so I'll do that. You don't need to see that. I've got to plug that in because I've got no mobile signal here and I like to stay in touch with my family. So I'm going to do that, prep some stuff, and I'll bring you back and I'll give you a tour around camp. I've just remembered I've actually got an awning wall with me. And I think I've got the one that comes along the back here. If I put the awning wall up here, I can't remember if it just covers that or covers this. Then I've got my wind block. There's 3 awning walls. I just can't remember if you can attach them everywhere. You just stick them on with Velcro. Okay, so this one is meant to be just for the side here, but the wind is coming from here. So if I hook these up, where's the bottom of this thing? Okay, so it's going to be like this. So if I hook this one up here, and then peg it down, that should give me a bit of a wind block. Yeah, that works, and I've still got a view. The only problem is this Velcro doesn't feel very strong. I'd rather have zips. And is it going to rip off when I pull this down to peg it out? Let's give it a go. Oh man, chucking. So let's do the middle one first. Wow, the water is sheening off this thing now. Look at that, I've got a wall. Wow, the water really is coming off. Okay, I can see I'm pooling on the other end, so I'm going to guide that down. And that, Bruno. So you see, this is the bit that's trapping water. So I could guide this straight to that point there, actually. That'll work. Okay, and if I secure it to this one here, great success! And now, because I've lowered this front bit, all of the water is now going to come off here. Well, it's a good test to see how waterproof this thing is. That's going to make me want to pee constantly. There's nothing I can do about it. It's right there. And I don't want it pooling over there. No, I'm happy. I'm happy. And that wall is amazing. I'll show you. So you see, there's the wall. There. And I've still got my view out to the river and all of the mountain, the ranges, everything. Look at that. I just hope this Velcro holds. It does seem quite strong. I like it. I mean, I could have bought more walls with me and then cocooned myself, but I don't need it. The tent is so good. Saying that, I need to check inside to make sure it's not leaking. I don't think it is. Any droplets that are in here from when I threw it on. I love these magnetic weights that I've put on the end of the awning. They make such a huge difference. Okay, right, I need to get a coffee on. Desperate for a coffee. So let's do that now. Oh, okay, I need a cup of coffee. Yeah, but I got something special planned for my coffee. Fill up the water. As you know, my truck has a 30-litre water tank at the back here built in. Sorry if this makes you want to pee. Okay, now first things first, let's give Bruno some water. There you go, my lovely. Nope, wasn't thirsty. Right, what I've got is a treat. Probably the least practical thing you could bring with you. I've got an entire coffee machine. Look at this. So what I've got to do is put some water in it first. Okay, turn it on. Right, that's doing its thing, heating up. I've got coffee grinds here. That noise is not the coffee machine, that's my 3 kilowatt inverter. Okay, I've got the basket here. Okay, tamp it down. Nice. Lock that in. Okay, so first of all I want to put some hot water in here. Oh no. Oh, hello. Hello, Bruno. Alright, so this does hot water as well. Slowly. Very slow. What is this thing? It's the cheapest coffee machine I could find. It's a Sunbeam Mini Barista. The reason I wanted this cheap one was it's going to get thrown around in the back here. If I like doing this, then maybe I'll get a better one, but you know what, I might end up just getting an espresso machine and getting Nespresso pods. Okay. Alright, so I've got water in here now for a long black. Put that under there, and then I just want a single shot. Ah, look at that! Espresso! I can see the crema. Oh, nice. This is awesome. A proper coffee. Oh, and it looks good. Let's turn that off. It looks really good. I don't know how to show you this to you. I don't think you're going to see that. But anyway, there's a lot of crema there. Oh, this is the life, it really is. Now, do I bring my little table out? Yes, let's do that. Oh, sorry, Bruno. You can see why I wear waterproof gear. I'm just drenched. I mean, filming. Oh no, I've got spray coming in here. I don't know what to do, where to sit. I might have to sit in my tent, just under it. No, it's okay. It'll be fine. Cheers, everybody. Oh, that smells good. This is my local coffee called CPR in Blenheim, Marlborough. They do lovely coffee. I think this one is tonic. They do one that's really strong called Accelerator. Oh, that's nice. Smooth. Very smooth. I'm detecting hints of coffee. I'm rubbish with all the coffee tastes. Look at him, can you see him? He's so lovely, he's so clingy. Gotta have his strokes. He's soaking though. There's no point drying him off because he's going to keep running out there. And we're going to go to the river in a minute and he's definitely going to play in there. If I had the other awning walls, then I would park further away and stay under here and then just use the tent for sleeping in. But I didn't bring the other awning walls with me. But now that I've seen them, I quite like them. Very quick and simple to put up. I mean, you saw how quickly I put that one wall up. And that one wall I can move anywhere I want because it's just a single. I think the others are doubles. I mean, I could even put that here. Except the tent's in the way now. Awesome. Right, I'm going to have this coffee and I'll bring you back because I'm going to cook up some lunch because I'm starving. And it's only about 1 o'clock and I haven't eaten breakfast and I've been in the gym this morning and then rushed over here. 2-hour drive. So I'll bring you back for lunch. Cheers, everybody. Okay, lunchtime. So what have we got for for lunch? Well, I need to get to my air fryer. Again, to camp with me, to know me, you know I like an easy life. As easy as possible anyway. Now, gotta move this out of the way. I've just got too much stuff. There we go. I think I will be replacing that with an espresso machine. It's so huge, she said. Okay. Right, air fryer. What is for lunch? So I'm on the carnivore diet. It means I only eat meat. I cheat a little bit with seasonings and stuff like that, and that's what I'm going to do this time. So what we'll do is, do I need to preheat this? Probably help. Preheat that. That's going to come on and get noisy. Okay, so what we got? Some lovely lemon and herb chicken drumsticks. Oh, they smell amazing. Now I could just make this stuff myself. You know, sit here and do a cooking lesson, but I don't want to. If we're going to do easy, then let's properly do easy. Right, so this will come all the way out, my kitchen unit. I'm going to need my plate. I'm sure there are other people that do this sort of thing that are way more organized than I am. But they're probably not filming for YouTube. Okay, I'm starving, so I'm going to have 4 pieces. Because these will shrivel up. Look, if you're going to do camping, and you know what, I'm going to have all of these. There are hardcore campers out there that'll say, this is not camping, that is not camping. Why don't you bring the kitchen sink? Say it again and I probably will bring the kitchen sink. Okay, so I will set this to 20 minutes at 180 degrees. Maybe 25 minutes. Air fryers, very economical with the power. Okay, you need a rubbish bag. Oh, Tony, get organized. Oh, a mess. And it's raining still. My table is getting soaked here. I should be in the tent really. If I was normal, if I wasn't a YouTuber, I'd probably be in the tent. Okay, somewhere under here are hooks. You can't see Bruno, but he's right here. Because I'm cooking. He does not go anywhere when I'm cooking. Comes right in. This canopy has just been a game changer to how I camp. It's made a massive difference. I know the Aussies have been doing it a long time, but in New Zealand, for camping, these things are relatively new. Okay, so antibacterial wipes, and that's it. This will ping when it's ready, and then I'll have some lovely roast chicken drumsticks. Now, to stop the breeze coming through here, I'm going to close the back door. And I think we're good. There's rain coming down everywhere. Actually, here, at this spot right here, I'm completely dry. Can you see all the water coming down here, sheening off? Epic. Hello, Bruno. I'm getting chilly. Okay, I need to change and put a top on. And I know what everyone's going to say who's in the northern hemisphere. That, oh, that's not cold, this is cold. Yeah, I know that. That's because you're in winter. If I was in winter, it would be cold here as well. Well, I'm not, I'm in summer. But I'll still get those comments from angry people. Saying how I wouldn't survive 5 minutes here because it's so cold. It is chilly though. Oh, merino. Oh, this top is so warm. I can't remember who makes it. I think it's First Light. They're American. First Light? Yeah, I'm sure it is. That is so nice and toasty. That's lovely, Bruno. Very warm. I might keep my waterproof pants on though, because I've got jeans on, and jeans don't insulate at all. They're rubbish, in fact. There. Oh, perfect. That is just perfect. I know you got a jacket hanging there and everything. Right, I'll bring you back when my chicken is ready. I should have some lovely roast chicken. So I'll bring you back, everybody. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Right, the air fryer is finished, and you'll see I've moved the wall to here. So now that spray isn't coming in. I'm completely covered. I wish I brought more walls with me. I do this every time. I have no idea why. I just didn't think I'd need them all. If I did, then I would have put 2 here at the back, this one here, and I'd have been completely sorted. But as it's working out, this is good enough. This is stopping any spray from getting to the table or me here. It's perfect, and it is chucking down. It's been chucking down for ages. Hello, Bruno. Right, let's get my lunch. Oh, these look good. Look at that. Yum. Lemon and herb. Oh, I'm so excited. I love chicken drumsticks. They're one of my favorite things. And when you season them right, you've got the right things on them, you don't need to have anything else with them. Which is lucky, because I'm on the carnivore diet and I can't have anything else with them anyway. Right, I need a napkin. Let's do this without knocking everything over. All right, and I need a zesty drink. Oh, the sandflies have just come out of nowhere. Okay, zesty drink. Sprite Zero. Right, let's eat. You know, every time I think it's brightening up, Bruno, you've had your treats and everything. Every time I think it's brightening up, oh, I can't tell if you can see me. Yeah, you can. It then starts to chuck down again. Yeah, these flipping sandflies are just a menace. I'm rocking, well, I've got one thermocell here, but because it's windy out there and it's blowing through a little bit, it's not having any effect, so I've had to spray this stuff called Off all over me. Bruno here, Bruce. Hello, lovely. Cheers. Oh, and why am I having a Sprite Zero? Well, I'm on the wagon. I'm not drinking alcohol until my birthday, which is a month away, 17th of Feb. So 16th of Feb we're going away. I think we're going to Australia. We're going to Sydney for my birthday. And then I'll start drinking again. I like to take a month, 2 months, 3 months off alcohol, completely abstain. It just makes me train harder in the gym, keeps me focused. I just feel really good when I've been off the booze for a while. I don't recommend anyone else to do it at all. It's just me. So don't get in a tiz, some of you, because I know some people got offended by it. Oh, what's wrong with drinking? You can just got to have 1 or 2, it's not a problem. Just me. I'm not judging anyone else, so don't judge me. Bruno, no. No. He's not allowed to beg at home. He's not allowed to beg here. Bruno, no. Go and lie down. Go on. Go lie down. Bon appetit, everybody. Bruno, no. He's got to learn. He's a puppy. They are delicious. Lemon and herb seasoning. No, Bruno. Stop looking at me. No. No. Hot. Mmm. Oh, you know what I wish I had now? I wish I had hot wings. A massive bowl of hot wings. I love hot wings. Whenever I'm in the States, I've got to make a beeline to somewhere that has great hot wings. I can't remember what it's called. There's a YouTube channel where the guy interviews celebrities or whatever, and they eat hot wings, and they go through from just like basic less than Tabasco all the way through to killer, and it's hilarious. Some people can really handle the heat, others are just awful. Like Kevin Hart struggled. Gordon Ramsay was useless. He's got such a sensitive palate, he can't eat spicy food. Mmm. Perfect. Mmm. I'm just sitting here looking at that beautiful river. This is just magic, this spot, even in this weather. And it is grim. This is not nice weather. This is magic. Alright everyone, I'm going to finish these. I'll bring them back later. But for now I'm just going to chill. Welcome back everybody. It's quite a bit later now. Let me give you a tour of camp and where we are. Hey Bruno, come on, let's go. Wait till you see all of this. Look. Look at the mist. The hills. Let me zoom in a bit so you can see it more clearly. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. This is a picture perfect spot. It really is. And then there's camp. Doing a great job. If only I bought a couple more walls, it would have been perfect. The sandflies are a bit annoying, but I'm coping. Right, let's, I'm sure Bruno wants to go in the river because he's hassling me, and I'm sure that's what this is about. So let's watch Bruno make a beeline for the river. Oh, he loves a good swim. Go on then, Bruno, you going for a swim? In the water? Go on then. There's lots of deer prints here, deer tracks. All over. Interesting. Go on. Come on. Where are you going, puppy? Look, you see all the deer prints? They're everywhere. It's a fresh one there. I mean, at this kind of weather, they'll be around. Definitely. Drizzly, if they don't think anyone else is around. Yeah, there's some stag prints too. Come on, Bruno. You going in the river? Oh, he loves it. Are you going in? I can walk in a bit with you because I've got my boots on. Go on then. Oh, it's not very deep. You stand up here. What are you doing? Where's your stick? Okay, I need to find him a stick to throw. There's one. Okay. It's all about Bruno, you know? It's all about Bruno. Okay. There's a stick. Now, this is going to go down the river, see? The river isn't deep, by the way. Don't cry. Ready, go. I didn't want to throw it too far. Good boy. Because I don't want him going in the middle of the river. Just in case. It is flowing very fast. Is that better? You got a stick? Oh man. What a spot. Just what a spot. If it stops raining, then I can send the drone up. Beautiful. New Zealand. New Zealand's one of the most beautiful places on earth. With the least amount of people. It's like the size of the UK, but with only 5 million people. Alright everyone. I'm going to chill, play with the stick with Bruno, and then bring you back later, probably around dinner time. Not much else going on. I can't believe how quickly I got camp set up. Yeah, so bring you back for dinner time, and then cigar time, and then bed in our palace up there. Oh, that you can just see. Look, from the riverbed. You could just make it out. There. Okay, bring it back later everyone. We're gonna have a play. Never know, we might see some deer come out. If I see them, I'll record them. Alright everyone, catch you later. You got your stick? Can I have it? Can I have your stick? Are you gonna give that to me? You want me? Oh, you are going to give it to me. Hold on. Okay, let's see. Oh, he's going for it. He's going for it. Oh, he's swimming. No, come on, Bruno. Come on, leave the stick now. Come on. Good boy. He's such a strong swimmer. Look at that. That's why I threw it upstream of me, so that he could then just float back down to me. Good boy. He's a strong swimmer. Swims a lot in rivers, swims a lot in the sea. Knows what he's doing. But that is strong. I knew that would be pretty fast. It's just his feet probably just not touching the floor. All right, everyone, bring you back later. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is, while I'm waiting, it's quite a bit later now. I was chilled, I did some emails and stuff. I'm going to set up everything in the tent, all the bedding, stuff like that. So, I'm going to take my boots off. Don't want to traipse these in. Come on, get off. Right. Now the sandflies are unreal. So I'm going to bring the 2 thermocells inside, and I hope you can still see me. I might turn the light on. There, is that better? Can you see me? Good. So we've had a lot of rain and it's dry in here. But the awning for the truck, the bushwhacker, that's leaking on all of the seams where they've stitched the leg holders. Leaking. And I know what to do to fix it. I've got to seal the outer edge of each one of those when I get home. But I shouldn't have to do that. The factory should do that. Australia, man, I guess it just doesn't rain as much in Australia, so they don't really think about it. Okay, so I've got this king camp bed again. I love this thing, it is so comfy. So how do I want to sleep? I guess I'll sleep against the edge here. Okay, so this thing just pumps up. I use my own pump, which is the light, so you might not see me for a second because I'm going to pump it up. I know, it's riveting. But this is camping, it's what it is. So I'll fast forward this bit, just for all of you. Bruno! He's just around the side here. Okay, so time to pump this up. Okay. Might finish it with a couple of puffs. Hello, Bruno. Can you see him? Bruno, come here. Yeah, come on. There he is. There's Bruno. Hello, puppy. Wait, wait, wait. Hang on. You want your bed? Hold on. And this is Bruno's bed. But he's running away because he doesn't want to go to bed. Right, so the cool thing about this is you just chuck stuff under it. So all your bags, just throw all these things underneath. Okay, and then I've got the King Cam pad to go with this as well. This is not a sponsored video, by the way. I just like this product a lot. They did send it to me for free. Just as a disclaimer. It's actually partially self-inflating. So as soon as you open the valve, you can hear it filling up with air. Alright, that's it. The battery pump makes it just so much easier than using a handheld thing. Woo! It's getting hot in here. Now there are pad straps. You strap this to the bed, so it doesn't fall off all the time. And then I've got my Zen Bivy. I can't remember what you call this. Zen Bivy bag. I can never remember what anything is called. This is the Zen Bivy. What is it? Zen Bivy Light. 10 degree. But I'll set this up tonight. I'll just let it air now and expand. And then this is Bruno's pad. There. So Bruno will sleep next to me, all comfy, all good to go. And this tent has air vents, which I'll show you later when we're in here. Because as I said, it's not that cold. And in here, it definitely isn't. Okay, we're all good. Right, so I reckon I can zip that back up. Oh, I do have my other chair. So rather than me having to move my chair around here all the time, my other chair, I'll use my click chair in here. So this is whatever it's called, the click high back. That's pretty comfy. It'll do. That Zempire one is actually more comfortable. Okay, that's it. And I've got my thermocells. Let's bring those out and then I can zip everything up in here. That was easy. It saves me having to do that all tonight. I'm going to keep the waterproof trousers on for now because I want to take Bruno for a bit of a walk and the tall grass is so wet it just splashes up on you. Always carry waterproof trousers and gum boots, Wellington boots with you. These are neoprene hunting ones. I can't remember what they're called. Boonies? I think they're called boonies. They're so comfy. Okay. Get that light off. Alright, so we don't get any bugs back in here. Let's zip this all up. So this has got fly mesh as well, obviously, all the way around. There's no bugs can get in here. There is a cable slot down here, but I've zipped that up as well. Okay. So I just mentioned that the awning was leaking. Look, you see here, all the way along here. So you see there's water droplets soaking here, all soaking. So this entire panel, these bits here where it's stitched on, they haven't sealed on top of them. And you can't really seal underneath them. It will find a way through. So water is dripping along these legs, these arms. This gets saturated, and I can't even imagine what it's like in seriously heavy rain after hours. This would all just be dripping from each pole. So what I'm going to have to do is, when I get home, I'm going to have to get on to the top of these. So you can see it's seam sealed here underneath. I'm going to have to go to these bits here and apply exterior sealant on top. Oh well, you got to do what you got to do. Oh, I feel like a cup of tea, not coffee. Bit late for coffee now. I'm going to have some lemon and ginger tea. Using the fastest kettle in the world. So it's been raining on and off. Hasn't been really heavy. I mean, you can see it now, it's raining. I don't know if you can see. But it is raining. Yuck. You can probably see it sheening off of here. It's grim. It really is grim. I wish I bought more walls. Only got this one. I know I keep saying it, but the other problem is the sandflies are vicious. This is one of the reasons I don't like camping in summer. It's just not cold enough. Even though it's chilly, it needs to be freezing to get rid of the sandflies. And they just attack instantly. They're a nightmare. The wind keeps them away, so I don't mind the wind this time. There you go. That was quick. Someone time that. Tell me how long that took. So you might be wondering how much battery I've got to run all of these things, because this all uses a lot of power. So I have discussed it before. The battery banks are separate to the truck battery. So even if these go flat, the truck battery is separate. It will still start up, no problem. But it is charged from the truck and it's charged from the solar panel on the roof, although it's not going to be doing anything at the moment. And so right now, the amount of power I've got left after having my espresso and cooking all that chicken, I've got, let's have a look, 77%. Oh, the sandflies, look. 77% remaining. 77% remaining there. And the predictor at the bottom changes over time. So at the moment it's saying I could keep doing this at 3.5 hours, but actually it's multiple days. So I've got enough there for about 3 days of use if there was no sun. See, the sandflies are everywhere. I need to retreat back in front of the tent because I've got my thermocells cranking there and there's no sandflies in there. So, oh, they're a nightmare. Let's go back in front of the tent. Oh. I've been doing some work. When I say work, I mean investment research, that sort of stuff. just, you know, gives me more time to chill. If you're wondering where Bruno is, he's tied up because I can't now see where he is, and he's just a puppy still, and he will run off and chase stuff because he's still going through training. So he's tied up for now. He's fine. He's had such a play. I took him for a long walk. He's had a good time. All right, everyone, I will bring you back at dinner. This rain, you see this wall here is now working the other way. It's stopping the wind getting to me completely, which is working really well. So in here, we're completely windproof. I'm rocking 2 thermocells here, and they are working. In here, they're working because it's trapping all of the thermocell stuff in here. So it's doing the job. Oh, the things we do, but this is a beautiful spot. I'm just sitting here looking at that river, and it's stunning, absolutely stunning. I can't explain it. I don't think the camera does it any justice when I show you. So tomorrow morning we'll see what it looks like. Maybe with a bit of sun, you never know. All right, everyone, bring you back at dinner time. Okay, sit rep. My awning, the Bushwhacker amazing awning, is leaking like a sieve. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Why are you all so crap at your jobs? Bushwhacker, you know what? You didn't answer any of my questions, and I've tried emailing you, messaging, all sorts. Nothing. So I thought Darchie service was bad. Bushwhacker's just as bad. Maybe it's all Aussie companies that I'm dealing with, at least, have crap customer service, but this is not acceptable. It is raining almost in here. Look at all these water drops. It's actually dripping down. And look, all the seals up here. Look, you can see the water running here, leaking. All the seals. There's water here. That's wet. So it's just freaking everywhere. It really is. It's crazy. So look at all this water up here. I don't know if you can actually see it here. Look, coming. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. So you have all your walls set up, and you think, oh yeah, I'm covered in here. It's great. And then the arms just drip constantly on you. So you can't have anything dry in here under the arms. Now, the stupid thing is, they're not all doing it. These ones aren't doing it. The one at the back isn't doing it. The arms aren't leaking. So, and look, it's leaking here at the join. Look at that water coming off there. But that's not actually covered, so I guess that's understandable. There's a gap there that has to be there so it can be closed up. So okay, I'll cut them some slack. But this is not acceptable. It's just, look, it's just dripping down constantly. Look at all that. Oh, Bushwhacker. It's a great strong awning, but just dripping. Oh my God. I'm just getting wet even walking under this thing now because there's a lot of rain now. Crazy. All right, so another situation that I've got is one more bit here is filling with water because I haven't tied that bit off there. But it's also because I put this pole up, so it's lifted a bit. But rather than taking the pole away, because I want this straight, oh no, hang on, it just dripped on me. There we go. It is leaking. Okay, a drip just fell on me there, so it is leaking. Right, so I need to tie that off to get the water off. So I'm going to put my wets on and do that. And once I do this, then we'll do dinner. on, I've got to get the water off here without getting it without my arms. Oh man, it's chucking down. Oh, I'm getting drenched. Pretty grim. Okay, watch out, Bruno. The water's going to come flying off here. Okay, here it comes. Okay, great success. Oh man, it is coming down. This is grim. It's getting dark in here as well. Woo! Look at this, it's pouring in here. I know you can't see it from there, but it's literally pouring drip, 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 drip now along these arms. This is a ridiculous situation. Luckily I can stand here under cover. Holy moly. Well, it all seems to be holding up just fine. So, except for this dripping here, and that one over there, everything else is working just great. But this is a constant drip here now, and it's just off camera, I think. I mean, it's heavy rain. Okay, so, what do we need now? I am drenched. So when you do camera work, when you do this for YouTube, this is what you end up, just absolutely soaked, which is why I kept my wet weather gear on. Underneath, I'm bone dry. But when it's as grim as this, you want full wet gear, full. And make sure you've got a complete change of clothes, in case it fails. But this won't, because this is hunting stuff. Hunting stuff generally doesn't fail. Right, so we need to do dinner. First of all, I've got to get Bruno's dinner. So let's do that. Because I bet Bruno's hungry. Because he's a dog, he's always hungry. Now, the sandflies, I've got to move the thermocells back into here. Okay, let's give him his dinner. You can have it under cover here. Sit. Sit. Good boy. Go on then. Ah. Okay, so while Bruno's having his, let's get mine ready. Thermocells. Let's bring them in. Now you see, when they're running out, they go light blue. They're giving off some smoke still, but that's probably not enough, so I'm going to change them. Put new tabs in. And these really do work. But you've just got to have enough supplies of gas and of the thermocells themselves, the pads. And of course, spray is brilliant, but, you know, off or whatever. Okay, that one's run out. So you change the butane cartridge. Bruno, out of there. I know what you can smell. You can smell my chicken bones. Bruno, away. Okay. Alright, we've got both of these cranking now. Thank God for thermocell. And the rain has died down now. Hallelujah. That was violent. I mean, I quite like heavy rain, but to a point. You know, I don't want this turning into a marsh, but we are up quite high here. There's a ditch all the way around, so I don't think it would suffer. Right, what we need is the dinner out. I need to chop them up. It's ribs. We're having ribs for dinner. So let's get on with it. Did I say the rain had stopped? Here it comes again. I've got a feeling it's just going to keep coming in waves. I Okay, we are having Beak & Sons tender and smoky hickory barbecue ribs. Look at that. You see? Look at that, lovely. I have to do that every time. So, in the air fryer, 8 minutes. See, I'm about easy, she said. Okay, so I'm gonna have to slice these into pieces to fit. So it's fully sealed. And there's no pulley bit to open them. It's okay, I've got my sharp knife. Now you can't see him. You can't see him at all. But he is under the truck, sticking his head out from under the water tank, trying to see. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See if he stays there, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. See, he's right there, Bruno. What are you doing? He's watching me. See, I've got the ribs here, and there he is. Hiding under the truck, looking. He is so lovely. Look at those eyes. How can you say no? Oh, bless him. See, he's hilarious. Oh, now you're not meant to use thermocells around food, but obviously that's a long-term warning. It's not if you're doing it once or twice, honestly, it doesn't matter. So don't bother sending in comments saying, oh, you mustn't use thermocells around food. It's like having water off a tap. If you're doing it once or twice, it really doesn't matter. It's about if you're living off it, then yeah, it's a problem. Okay, super sharp knife. Wow, this is really well sealed. So technically these are actually not technically, these are already cooked. You could just eat them straight out of the pack. But I'm not going to do that. Oh man, these smell so good. Oh, they look amazing. That. You see? Lovely. Yum. Okay, so air fryer. It's a bit tricky with a small one like this to fit them in. But where there's a will, there's a way. I could do it. I could be patient and do it in several goes. But I'm the least patient man there is. Okay. Now on my carnivore diet, I'm really not meant to have, I'm sure, honey barbecue ribs. In fact, I'll put money on I'm not meant to have it. But it's a one-off. It's just a treat. Oh man, it's sticky. Oh, come on, fit. Okay, there might be some burning going on in there when I do this. So usually you just heat stuff at 180. And I think it said 8 minutes. I mean, I've thrown the box away now, but I'm sure it said 8 minutes. And we're at altitude here. So we're about 800 meters at this spot. Does make a little bit of a difference to cooking. Usually you have to cook things a bit longer at altitude, above sea level. All right. And that's it. Just let them heat. Nice and easy. I'll have a zesty drink with it. I've got loads of these Sprite Zeros. The only thing I don't have is alcohol. Oh, a beer would be nice, but I'm strong. I'm a strong, confident man. Okay, I think we're good to go. We're done, pretty much. I don't think there's anything else I need to do except transfer them from there to here to here. Out of there. Okay everyone, bring you back when this is ready. That was good timing. Just turned it on and went bing! Alright. Oh, sandflies, sandflies, go away. Just, and never come back. Oh, I'm ready for this. I am so ready for this. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Oh, ow. Check it out. So we got some beautiful hickory, I think they were smoked ribs. Steaming up the camera. Awesome. These are going to be good. Now I want to use my fingers, but I might not at first. Okay, we'll keep one lot in the air fryer just to keep those ones hot. Alright, let's eat. Bring the wet wipes over just in case. Hey, you know what? I'll tell you what. Let's get rid of this wall. As good as it is, if the wind has stopped for now. So let's just get rid of it for now. That works. Oh. Let me move you around a bit. Hold on. Now you can see him sitting there, eagle-eyed, so beautifully, just staring at my dinner. If he had this stuff, the diarrhea would be biblical. Okay, bon appetit, everybody. You know what? Delicious, but not hot enough. I think they need to go back in to be a bit hotter. Oh, hang on. Or maybe it was just that corner. Let's have a look. Okay, no, it was just that corner. Maybe that just got cold really quickly. Okay, that's better. Oh, they're good. They're really good. They're really good. Oh, they're hitting the spot. Oh, just pause the video and order ribs. or make some. Because they're good. It's one of those things you can just keep eating until, oh no, until you just cannot eat anymore because they're so tasty. The sandflies. They're vicious. It's because I've washed my hands and got rid of all the off on the back of them. But they are just going for it. Cheers, everybody. Wow. I tell you what. I am happy. Genuinely happy to be here right now doing this. And I'm genuinely happy bringing you guys along because I feel like I'm not alone. I feel like I'm sharing it. You know? When you end up at some place and you're by yourself and it's just so beautiful and you've got no one to tell. Yeah, you video it and then show them later. But this just feels different. And I'm in the middle of nowhere and it's spectacular forest, spectacular river, great food, awesome. Great company, well, Bruno, but having you guys here. All right, everybody. I'm gonna finish my dinner. I'm gonna have the other set of ribs, and then I'll bring you back for cigar time. Welcome back, everybody, to another camping cigar time. Well, I'm so relaxed. Honestly, I could go to bed. I'm tired. But it's okay. I've got my cup of tea, I've got some Sprite left. And I've got some beautiful cigars. And I think what we're going to have is a Monte Cristo #2. Lovely cigar. Oh yeah. I'm so relaxed, honestly. I can't explain it. I'm so relaxed. I'm so happy to be here. I've been using any excuse to get out camping. Just because I love it. I do love it. It's... Can you see the drips of water falling from the awning? Isn't that ridiculous? Please, if anyone knows Bushwhacker or someone at Bushwhacker, tell them. I got serious issues with this awning and the way they market it. I spoke to the guy in New Zealand and he said, yeah, it's waterproof. Maybe give it a spray, DWR. That's not going to fix that leak. It's dripping right in front of the camera. Unbelievable. That's going to require an actual seam sealant on the outside, which you shouldn't have to do. Christ, I hate ranting about gear. I hate it. But I spent a fortune on this awning. This was so expensive. And I slagged off the Darchi for leaking at doing the same sort of stuff. And being a weaker product. This is a stronger product, but this is a joke. Even the Darchi wasn't this bad, believe it or not. And it's not the material, it's the stitching, it's the sealant. And it's dripping right in front of the camera. It is what it is. You probably can't see the drips falling when they do, but it just is what it is. Okay. A tight draw. It's a medium to strong cigar. Lovely on the palate, lovely. Not bitter, not strong, doesn't burn your tongue. Beautiful cigar. Beautiful. If you're not a cigar smoker and you're wondering what it's all about, I can't explain it. I just love them. I just think they taste lovely. I think done right, tobacco leaves are lovely. See, I've got Bruno behind me. And I've got Brucey here. Well, Bruno was behind me. Bruno! Let's see if he comes running up behind. Bruno! Who's going to see him first? I can hear him. I can hear him. Where is he? Bruno! Where are you, puppy? Where? Hello, my puppy. Where were you going? Where were you going? He's been trying to find out where I've poured the fat from the air fryer, because I did it while he was having a bit of a treat, so he didn't see, and now he's using his nose to try and sniff it out, and he's going all over the place. He's exploring now because I'm doing cigar time. He actually knows what this time is, and he uses it as an opportunity. Okay, cigar time, here we are. And no, I won't be stopping cigar times. I know that a couple of people have asked me to please stop, but no, you can just skip them. So first of all, thank yous. And this time, and I forgot, and I felt so bad about it. I really did. And Anne is all over this. She's so good at this stuff. I'm rubbish. I've got such a rubbish memory. We have a PO box. You know, just so people can send us letters, pictures, cards, whatever. And so many have sent gifts, and some of them are unbelievable. So as I'm talking now, you're seeing them. There should be most of them, and apologies if we missed any. But there's so many beautiful ones of Bruce. There are paintings. People have had them commissioned and filmed them on, I saw on an iPad. Oh, a beautiful Zippo lighter. All sorts of stuff. Honestly, food packages like you can't imagine. Because obviously in New Zealand, we can't get pretty much any of the cool stuff that you get in America or UK. And it kind of sucks sometimes. So when we get those treats, they're great. The lady who sent us the s'mores, that was superb. Honestly. Beautiful, beautiful gift. And I'm sorry I never remember names. I'm just useless. I really am. So thank you to all those for all those gifts. The Brucey things are amazing. The towel that we got, the blankets, absolutely beautiful. We just got a little statue of a Border Collie as a headmaster, like a school instructor. Yeah, that was Bruce. Yeah, Border Collies are like that. Yep. Now, I'm not going to show you, but the river is what? 50? Oh, maybe 100 meters away? And Bruno is down in the river, peeing in it. I hope there's no one downstream getting water. But he's in the river. And there's no point me showing you, it's so far you won't be able to see it. But he's bolt up right now looking for me, just to making sure I'm still here. So I can see him, which is great, and he can see me, but he is a long way away. He's all the way down at the river. So yes, thank you for all the gifts. The PO box, if you're interested, it's in the description of every video, and it's in our about page, and it's in the first comment of all the videos, the pinned comment. Also, thank you to everyone who's bought us coffees and treats on Buy Me a Coffee, and all our members on Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you so much. It's fantastic. It's always overwhelming. Thank you again to our YouTube members. You guys are the reason I put videos up early for people to see. Because I love reading their feedback, because they get first access, and it's just to gauge how well we think the video might do. I love that. And I love, you know, just releasing them a bit early rather than having to leave them at home before I upload them, or upload them and they're just sitting there in private. At least someone gets to enjoy them before they go public. And sometimes, so this video won't come out for 2 weeks from now. So no matter what I say in this cigar time, this is 2 weeks before you're watching it. So if you're not watching it private, if you're not watching it as a member, so if you're watching it as public, then this is 2 weeks. So give me a break if any of the details are wrong or updated or out of date, whatever. It's 2 weeks. So take it with a pinch of salt. Thank you for everyone who's bought merchandise. Thank you so much. We love that. And thank you for the Patreon members, all the likes, subscribes, and great comments. As usual, I will be pausing comments on the previous video once this video goes live to the public. It's what I do on all my videos now. It's just so that I can keep up with what's going on, and I don't give scammers a chance to get in on the old videos, which is what they've been doing. Also, thank you to everyone who's on our Instagram. The more users I have on Instagram, then the more I'll post on there of other stuff. And also on Facebook and our Facebook fan page. Thank you very much. Okay, let's get into this. So this is the second cigar time. And I want to keep it... I'm trying to make an effort, but this is stuff that has to interest me. And it's my cigar time. It's things I want to talk about. And I'm hoping that some people would like to talk about it as well. It's not personal, okay? No matter what I say, it's not personal. I'm just sharing an opinion. Don't blow up. Some people have such short fuses or think they're so important that it's all about them, and that if you disagree with them, then you're an idiot apparently, or I'm an idiot, or I haven't done my research, or maybe I should look at different sites, or blah 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 blah. As if I'm an unintelligent human being that hasn't been educated and worked in investment banking for 20 odd years and has been successful at that. You know? Look, it's just an opinion. You don't like it, you don't have to watch. That's it. But you don't have to write nasty comments just because someone has a different opinion to you. Alright, I think we've covered this before. It's good to debate. It's good to have differences of opinion. Okay? You can't just go cancelling the other side all the time. And when I say the other side, I don't mean politically. I just mean the other side of the argument, no matter what it's about. So chillax. Okay? This is a YouTube video of camping and I'm just having a cigar with you guys. It's not, I'm not a politician. I don't owe anybody anything. Okay? You haven't paid for me. So just relax. Here comes the rain again. I've put the wall back up just to stop any spray coming through. Oh, something tells me it's about to really chuck down again. I won't be moving the camera around. You'll hear it. And you'll definitely see it coming down here. Streaming down. And you're probably going to see more drips right in front of the camera. Okay. First things first. And this is an important one. The UK Post Office scandal. If you've been living under a rock and you haven't heard what this is about, a few thousand postmaster generals, postmasters, sub-postmasters, who run these little post offices, rural, village, small town. This new software was rolled out by this company called Fujitsu and the post office. And the post office is owned by the government. It's owned by the people. And in the UK, and this software was faulty, flawed, and the corrupt employees of both the Post Office and Fujitsu hid this fact, denied that it was flawed. At the same time, the flaw was making out that people were defrauding the post office, stealing money. money coming in didn't match the money that was going to the post office. And they could see it, they could replicate the error, and they knew it was an error, but instead of admitting it, instead of owning up and go, you know what, we've just spent £1 billion on this thing, and it's rubbish and full of flaws, because all of their performance bonuses, and the CEO's performance bonus was based on success, they just said, well, let's just accuse them of theft, and we'll see if they all pay up, and we'll make a profit from that. And if they don't, we'll send them to prison. We'll get them sent to prison. So they don't need the police, the post office in the UK. They can bring prosecutions all by themselves that are criminal, which is a joke. This is the post office, for God's sake. Who gives the post office the ability to send people to prison? The flawed justice system, which it is flawed, our judges are flawed, they're just human beings. These poor they didn't have a chance. These are little people. The little people, the hardest working people you can imagine, didn't stand a chance. They were having everything ripped away from them. People lost their homes. They lost their entire income. They lost their businesses. A few people committed suicide over this. Anyway, it was a complete scandal, and everyone involved should be thoroughly ashamed of themselves. Not least countless governments who have since hidden this fact. Civil servants hidden it, tried to keep it quiet. Even the media didn't make a big deal of it, tried to keep it quiet. It's pathetic. Anyway, what happened was a TV show came out called Mr. Bates versus the Post Office, I think it was called, which was a superb drama, docudrama. This was just a few weeks ago. And of course, now everyone saw it and how disgusting it was. And if that could happen to them, it can happen to you. And this is the world over. If it can happen to them, it can happen to you. So be careful how much power you give people. Be careful. I guess the story is, or the moral of the story is, your government is not there for you. Never is, never has been. Your government is there to serve the party. It's always party first. Just like communism, it's always party first. That's the most important thing to them, no matter what. So don't believe the hype, okay? All politicians become corrupt over time. All public servants have far too much power and are never held to account for their law breaking. Well, now they are. Now they're being held to account. And I hope this triggers more investigations into other outrageous breaches of security, other fraud, and things like the Inland Revenue Service, other places like that. Who is keeping an eye on them? The police. Who is monitoring them? Why are they never held to account? And why is it so difficult to get justice when you're the little guy? So, sorry for that rant, but it really bugs me. Especially when people are committing suicide. And this CEO, this woman, I won't say her name, she had to hand back her CBE that she got awarded in the UK. It's an honour, like a knighthood. And hopefully she has to claw back hopefully the government claw back all of her bonuses. But the government, where were they? What were they doing? Did they care? No. Because it embarrasses them, and also they're implicit, because the MPs in the UK gave the post office all of this power. It's the flipping MPs that we vote for, the politicians that we vote for, screw us over. Deliberately. Where is this going? Where will it end up? I don't know. But it's getting worse. Democracy seems to be just so corrupt now. And it seems to be getting worse. There doesn't seem to be any light at the end of the tunnel at the moment, and it's quite annoying. Something's got to give. Something's going to happen. I'm telling you. I don't know what. But the way cost of living is going, the crisis, the inflation, the way the WEF, the World Economic Forum, just seem to be steamrolling through agendas with the WHO. I've never voted for any of them. I don't remember saying to my government, I want you to cooperate with the WEF. or the WHO or anybody else. I don't remember ever giving approval, and I don't remember ever being asked. They just go ahead and do it. Well, enough is enough. We got to start having referendums on this stuff, because we need to get control back. If we ever had it, was probably an illusion, but we do. We need to get control back, and we need to do it fast, because God knows where this is going to end up. Anyway, that's the only serious thing I wanted to talk about. Oh, and Trump won in Iowa, and it was the biggest victory ever in the history of caucuses in Iowa for Republicans. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't care what happens really, but I would say this. He is the next Republican presidential candidate, and judging by Biden's polling, Trump is the next president of the United States. Don't shoot me. It's not. I'm just saying, based on everything that's out there right now going on, it looks like that's really going to happen. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not saying whether it's a good thing or bad thing. I'm not saying anything else. I'm just pointing out, using the statistics, using the facts, looking at all of the polls, the Real Clear Politics polls, that he will be the next president. Even if he's in jail, he can pardon himself. I'm just letting you know. It doesn't matter. If someone wants to make a bet on it, go for it. I don't care. I have no skin in the game. I'm just saying. And yeah, I don't live in America, and I'm not American. Doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to research these things and have an opinion on them. This is the biggest superpower in the world, and it affects everybody. Okay, so just saying. So don't get your knickers out, in a twist. All right, golf. Biggest news is Tiger Woods has left Nike. Now, that makes no sense unless Tiger's about to do something with Live. Because now Rory has flipped his tune on Live tour. Now they all want the money. So, I don't know. We'll see. But for Tiger to leave Nike, it makes me think that something big is happening with another title sponsor for Live. So, watch this space. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Could just end up with just another sponsor and it was no news at all. But it's just all a bit of a coincidence. It's all a bit weird. And no matter whether he's winning or not, Tiger Woods is still the biggest name in golf. By far, the biggest draw. People turn up to tournaments just to watch him. He gets paid a fortune just to turn up and play. So, it is all still about Tiger, whether anyone likes it or not. And we're going to go straight into movies and stuff. So, the best news I've heard so far is there's going to be a Top Gun 3. Yay! Now, the reason I say that is the first Top Gun, it was okay. It was a fun movie. It was fine. I mean, it looks so dated now. Have you tried watching Top Gun now? It's so dated. It's so bad. It's so cheesy. But Top Gun Maverick was awesome. One of my favorite films. There were no political messages in it. It was just entertainment, and it was good old America strikes back at evil. And overcoming adversity and showing skill and everything else. And it was shot so well. The story was, here comes Bruno, he's bounding. Here he comes. Whoa, hello puppy. You didn't see him. But anyone who knows Bruno has seen him do his gazelle move before. Thank you, Bruno. He leaps like a gazelle when he runs fast. That's what he just did. Leapt all the way here. Yeah, it was a brilliant film. I loved Top Gun Maverick. And so I just saw the announcement that there's going to be a Top Gun 3. And I saw him he was just at a club in London. Now, bearing in mind, I'm 2 weeks, this video comes out 2 weeks later. He was in a club in London, a private club, with Henry Cavill and the director of Top Gun Maverick. Now, he was in Mission Impossible Fallout with Henry Cavill. So I'm wondering if he's bringing him in, because he likes him, into the next Top Gun. And I'm sure Miles Teller will be in it again. but will it still be the same woman? Oh, I can never remember her name. Anyway, I'm sure there'll be 500 comments with her name. And she's married to the British guy. Oh my god, I can't remember his name either. Anyway, it's so unimportant what their names are. Penny was her name, I think, in the movie. So it'll be interesting to see if she's back. So I'm very excited about that. Can't wait. TV shows. We just finished watching a British show called Once Bitten. It was interesting. I think it went on a bit. Probably 1 or 2 shows too many. But it was a brilliant twist. The last episode was fantastic. Really good twist. I liked it a lot. Once Bitten. And it's about an ex captain in the in the British Army, and she was a Apache gunship helicopter pilot. And something had happened over there, and she lost her job. And then back in the UK, all sorts of weird things started happening, and she was married into this very, very rich, big farmer family, sort of like the Sacklers in the States, that came up with OxyContin. So it's kind of around that sort of thing. So yeah, it's very good. The middle of it, there's a couple of episodes that probably didn't need to happen, but the rest is very good. And then finally, it feels like a short cigar time. Finally, one of the best shows I think that consistently I really love watching, that I've just finished, is Fargo. So it's the latest season, whatever it is. It's the one with John Hamm, where he's a sheriff. And the girl in it, his wife or whatever in it, she was Kaylee in Ted Lasso. So she's got to put on this Minnesota accent. And she did a really great job. But Fargo is such a great show, it really is. Some great acting, brilliant plot line, gripping towards the end. Really gripping last few episodes. Fargo is always a bit weird. It's just what Fargo is. It's always quirky, always strange. But they're true stories. Always true stories. And I think it's always in Minnesota. So, because the original was what? Fargo was in Minnesota? And it's Fargo, the town? Well worth watching. If you haven't seen any of the Fargos, the seasons, watch them all. It doesn't matter what order you watch them in, because none of them have anything to do with each other at all. But definitely watch them. They're so good. So entertaining. Right. I've probably forgotten a lot of things. What I was saying earlier was, we're off to Sydney. We'll be in Sydney from the 16th for 4 nights, Sydney, Australia. I'm just going to relax, have some good food, have some good entertainment, see some friends, enjoy that. That's for my birthday. Then later, Anne's sister Claire comes from the UK. She's going to be here, I think, 6 weeks, staying with us. But I'm heading off on March 1st, I leave, to Canada. I'm flying direct from Auckland to Vancouver, March 1st. March 2nd, that's my inverter just cooling. On March 2nd, I pick up this massive winterized RV that honestly you could fit 6 people in, I think. But it was all I could find that was winterized and was capable of dealing with those conditions. Minus 40, so the van is capable, I think, of minus 35, minus 30, minus 35. Who knows? I think they're having a polar vortex now. So you never know in Canada. I mean, I've been in Canada a lot. I've skied there a lot. And you just never know what you're going to get. So I'm prepared. I'm going to have lots of good gear with me. And the van should be fine. It's got a generator. It's got full insulation. It's designed and for winter. It's designed down to I can't remember if they said it was minus 30, I think. That it should be fine to Freedom Wild Camp in it. So that'd be great. So I'm going to tour across Canada for 2 weeks. It's quite a long way to go and get it done in 2 weeks, but it's doable. even with some delays here and there. If I manage to meet up with people, that would be great. I will probably send out messages on the eve of being somewhere and just say, look, I'm going to be here at so-and-so. Let's meet up. Tell me where the bar is and we'll all meet up there. And that's how it will go in Canada. Then I've got a couple of nights in New York. If anyone wants to meet up in New York, I'll be staying near Central Park, Upper West Side. Upper West Side or Upper East Side? You know what? I can't even remember now. But if anyone's around and wants to hook up in New York at a bar, let me know. And I'll let you know the date I'm going to be there. Then I'm just touching down in London for a night, then off to Spain for a week with my son Brandon, which will be great. We're going to hang out in Spain, around Malaga, Estepona area. He goes to a golf academy in San Roque. So that'll be great. We're going to have Easter there together. And then I'm back in London. I think I'm in London for a week. So if anyone's around, I'm happy to meet up for beers, etc. But I will post where I'm going. I don't do messaging myself. It will probably be on the fan page, the Facebook fan page and Instagram page. And other than that, no plans, except later in the year, middle of the year, Brandon's academy finishes and he leaves Spain. We'll be spending some time in the UK. We'll be with him there. We're going to go and see him, and then I'm going to take him to Florida, where he is going to go to university. I won't say any of the names or anything like that right now, but yeah, he's going to university in Florida, and we will be taking him there. So that'll be a great time, and he's going to have a great time. I'm so jealous of him. He's turning 19 next month, and gosh, I wish when I was 19 I was heading off to Florida. That would have been awesome. Alright everyone, I think that's enough updates. I've rambled on enough. I will bring you back. I don't know where Bruno's gone. Bruno! Let's see. He can't hear me because of the noise of the river. If he's down close to the river, he just cannot hear me. So, I don't know where he is. See if you see him first. Bruno! I don't know. I might have to go look for him. I'll probably walk down to the river and he'll be just down there somewhere. Oh, I can hear him. Here he is. Hello, puppy. Come around here. Hello, come around here. All right, everyone. Bring you back at bedtime. Thanks for coming, and again, thanks for everything. I can't wait for this year to start properly, which is winter. All right, bring you back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. It's a bedtime. Tony and Bruno. Hey Bruno. It's warm in here. I mean, it feels warm right now just because I've taken all my gear off and I had loads on because it's really chilly outside now. Hello, my lovely. Hello. But it's with these vents open, it's actually not bad. I've got a fan up the top as well. That's on, so it is flowing air around. This is just his towel to keep him dry, just to dry him off a bit. He does not need any blanket on tonight. It's too hot for him, way too hot. He'll just spool out and be fine. And he's on his pad, he's on his bed. But he might end up sleeping on the floor, because he does that to cool down a bit, because the floor is cooler. Yeah, so the situation with the tent is I can't see any leaking. And we got a lot of rain. I can see a lot of moisture though on the inside of the fly out there. I just can't tell if that's leaking or if that's just moisture. Yeah, I can't tell. Oh, actually, it could be seam sealing. Okay, it's shiny, so it's seam sealing. Yeah, because there's no leaking. I can't see anything. This has got a 3,000 mil waterhead rating, which is pretty good. Actually, it's very good. 3,000 mil. So yeah, I've got all the vents open. I've got the lower vents open down here on the ground as well. There isn't one at the back here, but just this one up here, which is fine. And I've still got the porch, the awning up outside because, well, it withstood everything that's handled today already, and that's as strong as the wind's going to get and as heavy as the rain's going to get. We might get rain through the night. I don't know. I'll let you know if it does rain, because I'm sure it'll be pretty loud. I'm going to be boiling in this thing. This is a 10-degree Fahrenheit bag. It's overkill. But it's a quilt, and it opens up, so I've opened up the foot box and everything, and I'll probably just kick some of it off later. And he's fine and comfy. I've had a great evening. Just chilling, watching movies, talking to Anne. I'm actually sleeping at the wrong side here, really, because Bruno's got the pockets over there, and then the pockets are here. So my head should be at that end, and he should be up there, and then we should be filming that way. But whatever, I didn't think about that. This bed has pockets somewhere as well. I think it's on the other side. There's a pocket. I think so, yeah. This is such a comfy bed. This king camp setup is so comfortable. I have great sleeps on here. And the Zembivy bag and quilt. This thing, because it's stitched into this sheet, and you have these flaps that come up at the side, when it's cold, it just so snuggly. It really is. When it's cold outside and you button this all together, oh, it's a cocoon of warmth. And the drafts can't get to you either. So I love this thing. I want to camp with this more. It's just a bit bulky to take up on the tops. Otherwise I would use it. There's a lot of quilt here. Yeah, so great evening. Great success. Great lunch, great dinner. We're not going to have breakfast, I don't think. We'll see. I'd like to leave pretty early. Got a lot to do tomorrow. And I know I don't really eat breakfast. I just don't. I'm not a breakfast guy. I just have a couple of coffees, and I'm fine. Oh, excuse me. Gosh, it's quite late. Stayed up late, didn't we, Bruno? Watching YouTube. He's had a blast. He's been, oh my God, you should have seen him running round and round and round like a gazelle. Plus, I think he got the scent of a deer. I think there was a deer walking past earlier. But he was tied up at that point. So there'll be fresh deer tracks out there tonight for sure. And I'll see if I can find some of them tomorrow and show you. But I think what we'll do is we'll leave it at that. And if anything major happens in the middle of the night, like major rain or anything, then we'll bring you back. Isn't that right, Bruno? So I'll uncover him. He doesn't need this towel on. I mean, look. He's going to be so hot tonight. I bet he ends up sleeping on the floor. We'll see. I don't know. He just likes the floor. We'll see if he gets too hot on here. Alright, everybody. See you in the morning. Night, everyone. Night, Bruno. Night, night. Night, everybody. Morning, Bruno. Morning. Oh, morning. Oh, oh my Lord. Oh, oh, Bruno. Oh, tea bag. Oh, hello, my lovely. Oh, oh dear. Oh my. Oh, gosh. Yes, I'm so happy to see you too. Morning, everybody. Oh, it's still quite dark in here. Oh, oh, oh. Help. Oh. Oh, I'm being attacked. Hello, my lovely. Hello. Morning. Morning, love. Oh, you're falling off the bed. Morning. Morning, everybody. Oh. It rained a little bit last night, but not much. It was hot. Got the fan running, got all the vents open, got the front door wide open. Just the mesh. And it's raining now.
I don't know if the microphone can pick that up, but it's raining. And I can see sandflies out there waiting because I've got the mesh open. Look, I'll show you. So the door is open. So just the mesh. But I see sandflies. Oh, I hate sandflies so much. Like, I'm sure you all hate mosquitoes. Morning, puppy. For a nice sleep? I bet you did. He's nice and dry. Alright, we need to get up. I need an espresso. Oh, I'm desperate to eat a coffee. Right, sorry. Okay, bring it back outside. Okay. Look at you, little prince. You ready to go out? Come on then. Oh, let's get ready for the sandflies. Stretch those legs, Bruno. Oh, look at my view. Look at it out there. So beautiful. Okay, coffee time. Oh. Oh, I've got to get the thermocells lit because sandflies, obviously. They're going to be annoying us straight away. Okay, so coffee time, and Bruno's going to want his breakfast, aren't you, Bruno? Let's get the coffee machine on first. This little drawer thing to put the water in is quite handy. Bruno's heard the coffee word now. So, not coffee. Not coffee, I mean breakfast word. So he's ready. Oh, I'm going to organise myself. Mind up, Bruno. Okay, he wants his breakfast, so let's give him that. He really wore himself out yesterday. So I'll give him a bit of an extra helping. There we go. Should we go and give you breakfast? Where do you want it? Do you want it here? Sit. Sit. Good boy. Go on then. My improvised little thing here with the magnets, and these are strong, holding this down, really worked. No pooling, and you can see the water will channel. There. Look at that. It worked. I know people are going to ask me about these magnets, and I can't remember where I got them. I got them on Amazon. I'll put them on my Amazon page. So camp held up really well. I don't really think I had a single major problem, which is pretty rare for me. The biggest problem has been the sandflies, by far. They're the scourge of campers everywhere here. Okay, so let's turn the coffee machine on. I could tell you how much power I've got left on my batteries. So I've been using it loads. And I've had the Starlink running all night, I've had all sorts of things running. I've got 38% left. So almost 40% left when I'm packing up and leaving shortly. That's loads. If it was sunny, that solar panel would be doing its job. I think I need a better way to do this. Now I could use the kettle to do the hot water instead of the coffee machine. But there's water in the coffee machine, so I'll just use that instead. Okay, so we want hot water. Oh. So having a long black Americano. But it's got a milk frother, so if you like flat whites, lattes, something like that, cappuccino, then you could do it with this. Okay, so hot water's in there. Right, now lining this thing up is a bit tricky. Okay, here we go. Haha! Look at that. Oh, this is going to be nice. So nice to have a proper coffee at camp. And that's it. Done. A beautiful Americano. Let me see if I can show you this without spilling it. You see that? Well, I hope you can see it. But, man, that smells good. Okay, let me get myself organized. While it's not raining, for a change, I'm going to sit out here. Hello, my lovely. Sit out here and just enjoy, enjoy this absolutely stunning view.
Right. That was lovely coffee. Now I'm ready to pack up, but some stuff has happened. So there were some pigs actually nearby, and you know, pigs can get aggressive, especially if the mum is there. So I've put Bruno in the truck. So you probably can't see him, but if you just look at the window there, he's just, you can just see his nose. But I'm not risking it. I'm not even tying him up, because if the pigs come out from somewhere, then they might go for Bruno. And I don't want that at all. Nobody should. So he's gonna stay in the truck while I do the full pack up, because I can't keep an eye on him. And if I tie him up, I don't know. I just would rather not. And it, you know, I haven't heard anything, seen any pigs here before. So maybe it's the time of year, I don't know. But I'm not gonna risk it. So I'm packing up now anyway. So he's not going to be staying in the truck that long while I'm packing up. So we're going to start with the inside of the tent as usual, and I will fast forward as usual from now. Oh, okay, let's get all this water off. As much as possible. Okay, and we'll take these magnets off. These things did a great job. Very useful. I think you can get them even bigger, stronger. So I might have to look for more that are bigger stickers, because these are going to be really useful. I mean, these ones are small. If you could take these wild camping and use them on your tent just to create hooks inside if you don't have any. Oh, sandflies. You know, they're so cool. All right, let's get this bad boy down. So obviously I'm going to have to dry this in my lockup. Because it's soaked, so there's no point putting it away properly. I might just fold it up. I might not even bother trying to put it back in its bag. Because yeah, the whole thing's got to come out anyway. And then in my lockup, it's big enough, so a lockup that I rent, that I can dry this thing out. The good news is the tent did not leak at all. And that was some heavy rain we had. But not a single leak. Awesome. Somebody wrote a comment that it's not a proper test if you don't use the pegs that came with the tent. I'm not a gear reviewer. This isn't what I do. So I'm telling you all right now that the pegs that come with most tents are rubbish. So the first thing you want to do when you go out and buy a big tent is to get proper beefy stakes like this, 12-inch or more. Steel with a hard top that you can bang in, not the shepherd's crook ones that come with these tents. Trust me, they're rubbish. You don't want them. And you can get these things off Amazon, AliExpress, whatever. but people ask and they say, well, why don't you use the ones that come with it? Because they're rubbish. That's just not worth doing. Okay, I've got to go around and unpeg the whole thing. Alright, I think that's all the pegs. Gotta say, this is actually one of my favorite tents. Now, I've used it twice. I actually love it. There really isn't much I think I could think of to change it. But I can't really think of anything to change. Oh, okay. I can think of one thing. But I'll be honest, I don't know how it's possible to do it. But if you could pitch this with the fly included, pitch as one, then it would be one of the best tents, big tents on the planet. So somehow, if they could invent a system where you could pop it up and it's got the exterior attached, then great. It would take a lot of research, probably a lot of money to spend trying to work it out, but then you're talking about one of the best tents ever. But as it is, it's fine for most people. Most people are not pitching up in the rain. That's just something I do. So it works for everybody. Oh, there's a lot of water on here. Great success. Yeah, I'm just going to bundle this up. I'm not going to even bother attempting to get it back in its bag. Chuck that in the back, as is. And now the back of my truck is soaking wet. Okay, so this is relatively easy. Push the buttons. Oh. And that's it. Ugh. It's so wet in the back of the truck now. I might regret doing it like this later. Okay, got to put the poles away and then do the awning. It's just started to rain. Oh, I got 3 pegs there for the other awning. Okay, and these are strapped down as well. Ugh. Whew. Definitely need to bring maybe one more awning wall, or I could just pack them all in there all the time, I don't know, we'll see. But it's just more gear to faff with. Right. Okay, need to unplug the electrics for the lighting. If they could fix, if Bushwhacker could fix and seal the tops of these, then I would hands down give it the best review ever. But the fact that I'm going to have to do this myself sucks. Okay, when I release the cables, expect to see a lot of water pour off this thing. So the problem is this seam up here. Yeah. And it's where, so in this case, like here, there's just a flaw somewhere in the stitching on the top there. So I'm going to have to run an external grade seam sealant on the outside to seal those up to stop them leaking. I'm going to have to do each one of them. I'm going to have to do it when it's bone dry and not too hot. And I'd rather not have to do it when they could have just done it in the factory in the first place. Oh well. Right, this is the bit where you need to use a step ladder. It's also the bit that I can just never remember which way this thing folds in. I'm pretty sure it's this way first. It kind of seems right, like that. All right, ladder time. Because don't forget, this is over 7 foot in the air. Almost 8 foot, I think. Nah, you know what? I think I've done this wrong. Oh, I can't believe I keep getting this wrong. One day I'll remember how on earth you're meant to do this. This doesn't seem right. See what I mean about my memory? No, that cannot be it. Can it? It is. Oh, I'm such a buffoon. Okay. So yeah, I have to get this home when I park up at home, and I have to open it when it's dry. But look, it's raining now. Let me just cover the camera a bit. It's just started raining again. So here it comes. I got this all done in the nick of time. This is my Starlink. Believe it or not, that's weatherproof. Easy. I might let Bruno out just to come and have a pee because it's a long drive home. Come on then, Bruno. You've been such a good boy. Okay, I need to stow the Starlink, shut everything down, put the rest of the pegs away, and I'll bring you back from inside the truck. All right, everyone, we're in the truck, ready to go. That was a fun camp, but oh man, those sandflies, they were they were brutal, weren't they, Bruno? They were annoying you as well, weren't they? Hello, my lovely. Did you have a nice camp? Did you enjoy camping? Should we go and see Mummy? Want to see Mummy? All right, everyone. Thanks so much for coming. Thank you again to everyone who sends gifts to the PO box. Much appreciated. Thank you to all of the Buy Me a Coffee members, subscribers, all the YouTube members, and everyone who bought merch, and everyone who keeps watching us and liking and subscribing, and leaving nice comments. Thank you to everyone on our Facebook pages, the main page and the fan page, Instagram and Twitter. Thanks to all of you. There were sandflies in here. It's going to be very annoying, isn't it, Bruno? Thank you. Thank you for my morning shower. It's lovely. Thank you so much for my morning shower. Wagging his tail. He's happy. He's ready to go. He knows the routine. Yeah, so thank you, everyone. I'm killing sandflies everywhere here. I will be back. I'm not sure when. This is coming out 2 weeks after now. But the way the weather is at the moment, it's just too hot to camp at lower elevation and too many sandflies. So I need to find some high elevation camping, which is very difficult. People say, why don't you use new spots? So because this is difficult to do wild camping like this, where you just go out in the middle of nowhere. So also my back is killing me, so it's difficult to do an actual wild camp where I walk out to places, just because my back and ankle are so sore. My ankle is on the mend, but my back isn't. I've got to keep working on that and go in the gym more and stuff like that, haven't I? You're ready to go home, aren't you? All right, everybody. See you next time. Thanks for coming from Tony and Bruno on AB Camping. See you next time, everybody. Bye. Say bye, Bruno. Bruno, what's this? Up here. What's that? Is that you? All right, everyone. Bye.